All right, so we are going to be building landing pages. It's also a good value proposition for when you have a listing. You can tell your client, I'm going to design a web page just for your property. Okay, and a website itself usually costs about $1,000. We're going to do it in under 5 minutes, and it's going to cost us nothing. Okay, so all we're going to do is we're going to sign in to Command. I'm going to hide my video and once we're inside of Command, we are going to go to the consumer app, which is on the left-hand side, the very last icon.
Consumer.
Yep, so it's going to be that very last icon. We're going to click Create New Page. In the upper right-hand corner, it's going to ask me, is it going to be my agent site? It is not. Or is it going to be as a landing page? We're going to choose as a landing page. We'll click Create Page. When we do that, it's going to bring us into a blank canvas, which can seem a little intimidating because we don't know what to put in here yet. And there's only going to be 3 things that we put in. It's going to make us be very, very awesome at creating stuff. So I'm going to add in a branded header. I'm going to just drag that over. I'm going to drag over listing. And then I'm going to scroll to the bottom of this. So where are you? Okay, so you're going to drag over branded header. And then you're going to drag over listing.
So the header would only be there if you had filled in your profile.
Correct. And you should fill in your marketing profile inside of Command. And that's where they pull this information from. So once I pull in that listing, I'm going to scroll to the bottom of it. And I'm going to pull in my lead form and drag that to the bottom. You'll see a green bar kind of go up. Come on. If I move this around, see that green bar moving around? I want that to be at the very bottom of this page. So I'm going to keep going. Come on, go down, scroll down.
How did you get playing?
So the green bar just moves around when I click and I drag something over and hold it. You'll see it moving around. And now I have a lead form at the bottom.
I don't have it.
The legal footer you said take to put at the bottom?
Not the legal footer, the lead form.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about a legal footer in the state of Florida. That's a different state. The legal
Yeah.
footer. Yep,
Yeah,
we
what
got
would the legal
footer.
footer say?
I actually don't know. I've never used it. It's not required in the state of Florida, but I'm assuming it says something along the lines of each business is independently owned and things like that. That's my guess, and it might have like a privacy statement and whatnot.
And you said the leading page is for what?
So the lead form,
No.
oh, the landing page. So yes, so that is to create an individual website for a property. And it's a good value, part of a value proposition for clients that you could potentially have. An individual website creation generally costs about $1,000. We're making a web page for what we're already paying in our monthly dues. That way, we have the template built in here now. So we have a branded header, listings, and then the lead form. Our layout is done. We're about 50% through creating the web page.
I didn't see how you put your own listing in the page.
Yep, we're not there yet.
Oh.
Yep. No, yeah, we're good. Yep.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Yep. No, we just have a layout right now. So that's why I said we're 50% way through done. So we're gonna go through, we're gonna customize it now to be what we need it to be. I'm gonna just scroll up to the top just to go through the layout of our time, branded header, listing, and then lead form. To customize it, I'm going to click configure widgets And it's gonna start giving me a list. It's gonna say branded header, listing form, lead form. In branded header, my header text is gonna appear right here. So I can put whatever I want here. If I were to create, let's see, I don't know, fantastic house. Yeah. I'm just gonna say fantastic house. All these character limits just temper all down my creativity. So this branded header is pulling from my marketing profile. If you don't have some of this information in here, you're gonna want to fill it out. So my headshot is in here, my name is in here, my phone number for an old Google line, I'm gonna update that. My email address is in here. And then if I'm part of a team, I can put my team logo here. If I'm not part of a team, don't put anything there. And I'm gonna click save and apply. So now it says fantastic house. And it has my information in there. I'm going to click on the arrow button over here in the right-hand corner next to 1 out of 3, and then click the next button. Now I'm going to choose the listing. So I'm going to say browse listing. Does anybody have a listing right now?
I don't.
No. That's okay.
This said it was one of my South condo.
Okay.
What
What's
was the address?
Yes.
13355 Southwest.
Oh, it's
9th Court.
What was the rest?
9
9.
Court, 114H. Yeah, that's it.
There you go. So I just selected it.
Here, I'll go up here.
Okay, we're actually at this one. Okay. So now we've learned that tablets don't work very well with this.
Yeah.
Bring your
I will
laptop,
not pick it back with the tablet again.
bring the laptop, bring the laptop.
This doesn't wait anything.
So we are now going to choose a picture for our main photo here. And I wish these were a little bit bigger. One by the pool, which one is that? This one, I'll choose that. And I'll choose that, and I'll click save and apply. Oh, yeah. So now it's transferred all of this information from the MLS into our listing tab. So I can go through here now, I can see all the pictures.
So you selected,
Oh, you selected all, oh, no.
I thought you
No, no,
said,
so these are pictures that are pulled all from the MLS.
Mhm.
This is the main picture,
oh,
and I selected this.
okay.
Yeah. I would do an exterior, unless it's a really ugly house. Then I would do the exterior. I know that sounds funny, but that's true.
It's true.
We have to be a bit judgy because we're also salespeople. So,
Oh, this is the old one.
is it?
Yeah, our professional pictures, but.
Oh, okay.
These
This
are,
is just for a
yeah, yeah,
demonstration.
these are my pictures.
Gotcha, okay. So these are pulled from the MLS listing. And then it has a map of the area. I could add more into here if I want to, but this is pretty easy to do. We're gonna click on the next button over in the upper right-hand corner next to 2 out of 3, and then go to 3 out of 3. And it says interested, let's talk. So I can change that. I like that. I'm just gonna leave it as is. They can fill out the form. Then I'm gonna hit save and apply. Once I've done that, I can click publish landing page or publish page. Yes, update it. And now if I go to landing pages, we'll see that this is my new website for the property.
So that's now active?
It's now active. Now, you can use this.
I can't, something is.
You deleted yours.
Yeah, I say we draft.
Oh, okay. Go to 3 dots. Look at it. So the next step up, if you really wanna be fancy, you're gonna go to GoDaddy.com, wherever you buy domain names, okay? And then you're gonna buy a domain name for the property address. So it'll be like www.123mainstreet.com,
Oh, they're gonna love it.
and then we're gonna forward that to this website. That's pretty easy how to make a website, right?
You never know what.
Very, very. I mean, our own agent sites are a little more complicated than this. But luckily, we don't have to do much for our agent sites, they're already done. We can go into a little more detail about agent sites so you can see how to customize it.
Yeah.
And then we can go from there, so I'm going to close out of this. So my agent site pages, these are a bunch of pages that I've created in the past. The ones that you have now, we probably have 3 or 4 in there. If not, you can click create a new page and add it as an agent site page. But if we're just looking to change some settings, I'm going to click on site and app settings back in the consumer app. And we're going to see the
Go
first.
back to the homepage.
Yeah, you have to go ahead and go back to the consumer site, on the homepage here.
Go back to consumer.
We're gonna see the site and app settings next to that create new page button. I'm gonna click on that. And you'll see that my,
Site and app setting,
yep, site and app setting.
and then you do what?
You're gonna see this page here. Once you're on it. See the
Yeah.
general?
Mhm.
Right above it, it says use my information to brand my agent site. Make sure that that's turned on to green. And then-
Compliance reminder.
What was that, Christia?
No, when I click it, it says compliance reminder. That's
Oh,
what I
okay,
know.
yeah, just say okay. It's just telling you, remember about the do not call and type
Oh,
stuff,
okay.
and for online, it's like, be sure to have your DBA name, your agency's name, all that fun stuff. Yes, click yes. Okay, so we can change the agent site hero page, and that is the text above the search box, and what I'm talking about is this text right here. So it says, find your dream home on the beach.
Okay.
That's where I put that text in here. So you can put anything you like to in this box, up to 50 characters. Now my background is the GIF of the beach with water rolling in. You can put that in there too, or you could just have pictures in there. I'm back in the agent site setting. I have an agent site hero image. I can have 5 images. Right now they are defaulted in there, and none of the images look like Florida.
I
They
know.
look like out west, that we're like in LA and San Francisco, maybe some Texas neighborhoods, but nothing looks like Florida. So you gotta delete those images first, and then you can upload new images.
Where did you go?
So this is the site and app setting. To get the images, the site and app settings under agent site hero image.
Okay.
And I can have 5 of them. I can also just keep 1 if I want 1. I just have 1 because I don't want it to rotate. If I have more than 1, it will rotate between the number that I have.
So how do you find those pictures?
I went to Pexels.com.
And just pick the ones you wanna use?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep, I chose Pexels.com,
And then you upload it.
and then I upload them, yep.
But the like Google Images is fine, or?
No, I go through Google Images because those could be copyrighted. Pexels is not copyrighted, they're royalty free.
How do you spell that?
PEXELS.com.
So every single one of them is copyright and royalty free?
You can use them for business, whatever you'd like to.
So anything you get in Pexel.com, you don't have to worry about
Correct.
copyright.
royalty-free images. The most that it asks you to do is maybe send a little thank you to the creator.
Okay.
Say, thanks, love your image. I don't do that half the time.
Do you see anything that looks like Florida?
Yeah, the stuff that I've pulled up, looks a lot like Florida. Let's go through. If I type in, I have to be a little specific, so if I type in beach.
Oh, I can show it. So you're in Bexhill right now, right?
Yep, this is pexels.com. So like this, I could choose, kind of looks like Florida. There's
Yeah.
mountains in the back. This looks like Florida.
Yeah.
This can look like Florida. This does not look like Florida. This could be,
That's a mermaid.
Yeah. This could be. This could be. Maybe,
I think you're in Florida all around.
could be. Anything without mountains, it could be Florida.
Yeah, because that's sort of flat.
This
How
could
would
be
you, what would you
Florida.
type if you want something like, well, I guess Fort Lauderdale skyline or Miami
Okay,
skyline?
let's type in. Oh,
That's Florida, baby.
All right, I'm gonna check it out.
so you're gonna see things that also say like iStock. These are photos that are for sale. So
Oh,
be careful of that. Yeah, if it says iStock or anything like that, you have to pay for those pictures.
Oh, so anything that's not labeled is what's.
Right, yeah. So like,
Okay.
this could be used, this could be used, that looks like I don't know if that's Miami exactly, but. This looks closer to Fort Lauderdale. This is a nice one.
Yeah. Why do you choose to not let it rotate? Is there a recommendation for not having?
No, it's just my personal preference. I like the gif of the water coming in.
Oh, okay.
So, because you can't put actual videos behind it, you can only put either a GIF, PNG, or a JPEG. So I like to have a little movement in the background with that. There's no best practices that can be the rotation.
Does it take longer to load when you have a page that has motion? Okay.
It does not. Yeah, you could just
So
have
you-
up to 5.
When you're gonna take the pictures, what do you do? You click,
That's a good question. If I want to use one of
Remember, I
these
don't know
pictures.
anything.
Yeah, so if I want to use one of these pictures, I'm gonna hover over it. You see that there's this download button at the
okay,
bottom corner. I'll click on that. And here it is, say thanks, show some love. And you can either donate or you can click plus or things like that or tweet it,
okay.
but none of
You
that
have
is
to select
required.
one of those, right?
You don't have to select any of them, no.
And then download.
Yep, and then now it's downloaded right there.
How do you put it into the thing?
So by the way, that's a good question. So if I'm gonna put it in here, I'm gonna go back to my sitemap settings. I'm gonna delete those pictures that I don't want first,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna click upload.
Oh, it takes you back to the file.
Yes, yep. And then I'm gonna click open. And it uploads it in there.
Okay.
My next step down is registration. So this is asking, how many properties can somebody view before they have to register, before they become a lead for you? And I choose 2 properties. So you can look at 2 things and then you have to register. You can also do no property viewing, so right away they have to register. Or you could do 10 properties or unrestricted. Now, the thing is, this is based off of cookies. So that means if they've come to your website before and looked something up, that counts against how many they looked up. So they need to either, because right now, if I were to go to my website and look for something and make me sign in or register right away, because I already used that 2 times.
Okay, so then you have to register every
Me.
2 times.
Anybody with the same IP address. So that means like if you were to go to look at my website, you could look at 2 free properties at most. That's it, ever, unless you clear your cache. So I have it set to, if somebody does look at the 2, they need to register. So if I were to go to my website right now, because I've looked at so many, I'd have to sign in or register right away. But if I didn't, then I could look at the 2 properties and then sign up.
So once they register, they'll be able to look at.
Yep, they just sign it.
Okay.
Yep, and it's free registration, it's just very simple name and email address. And possible phone number, but they're a lead at that point. And then when they log into your website, you can see it, because you'll get a notification that so-and-so has signed in to look at your website.
Those commands automatically send you.
Yes. Yep, command will tell you automatically.
In the landing page, is it email and name only, or is it email?
No, it is name, email, phone number.
All three required. Okay.
Yep. And then we also have virtual tours, so if you want to add a virtual tour on there, you can do that. I have not added a virtual tour yet, so I'm not even quite sure how that would work. So let's select a listing. I can only select my own virtual tours.
Or
Interesting, yeah. So I don't have anything, I can't select anything. My preferences, I have nothing on here. Oh, here we go. Preferences, I can display Keller Mortgage, I can display Keller Covered, or I can display neighborhoods on my agent's site. I can also click Save Changes. If I come up back to the top, there's URLs. This is where I can rename my website. So right now it's blakewhitfield.kw.com. I can change this to something else if I wanted to. I could change it to Blake doesn't sell real estate.kw.com. Or Blake is in the office.kw.com, something, whatever I want to, is in that subdomain. But I like to have it as my name because it's branding. When I brand it as an agent, it's Blake Whitfield, Blake Whitfield, Blake Whitfield. And then .kw.com. I also have a GoDaddy domain name, which is blakewhitfieldrealestate.com, which forwards to this website.
Say it in English again.
So I went and bought my own domain name. Right, so that way it doesn't have the .kw. It just is blakewhitfieldrealestate.com. I went into the domain name register or GoDaddy.com. And I forward everyone that goes to blakewhitfieldrealestate.com to my KW website.
Oh, okay.
And that's what I would also recommend for when you do landing pages. You go and buy the domain for the address. And then just say, oh, check out the website for this property. 123mainstreet.com. And then it takes them directly to that property. Because you're forwarding them from that address to your landing page. All right, so now we can go to featured listings. So any featured listings I have on here will pop up at the bottom of this site. I don't have any right now. So I can, let's select a couple listings here. Oh,
Where did you put it? Oh, featured list.
so
yeah.
in the landing page, Blake, if you bought the domain name and you send the link to somebody, they have to sign in to see the picture.
No, not the landing page. The
Okay.
landing page is not restricted. They
Okay.
can go in, they can see all the pictures, they can look at the information. That's
So
in there,
why would they put the information if they don't have? to?
if they're interested in it.
Oh,
So that one is not going to be as, what's the word I'm looking for?
lead capture.
Yeah, it's not as lead capturing as your actual website is. The landing page is specifically made to become that independent website for a property.
Okay.
And if people are already looking at that, then they are already talking to someone about it. So you most likely have them as a lead or a contact somewhere. Because you probably give them the website, honestly.
Right.
And then they can look it up. So if I want to put a featured listing in here, let's just do this. Do this one. Done. So this is South Carolina, like save changes, oh. So featured listings, I would put my listings in here when I have them. I click save changes, and if not, why not post very high-end property?
So we can just select it and put it in, even though it's not ours.
It's just a feature listing, meaning that, hey, these are ones that I picked out for you to look at.
You don't have to call the listing agent to put it in there?
I don't think so. You're not marketing it really. It's just on your website. So it's the same thing as if at the bottom of your website, you had a rotation of
Different
different listings going on.
Okay,
It's just an IDX feed,
okay.
but this is
So,
just a selection.
okay.
So now if I were to refresh this page,
So let me ask you a question. If you don't put your listing there, command does not automatically feature it.
no,
Hmm.
you'll have to put that in there, yeah. So now I have my featured listing here.
Mine's just in addition.
Very strange, I'm sorry. So this is the site that they will see to sign up for your website. Or they can log in. And this is what a property on your website looks like. So it has pictures from the MLS, description, neighborhoods, what locals say, walkability, driving commute times, which is my favorite thing. I put in my work address. I can calculate a commute. It's only 9 hours and 13 minutes. That's easy. Nearby schools, estimated monthly cost. And homes nearby in that neighborhood.
Do you have a class on those websites?
This is the class on this website.
No, but I thought this was a landing page class.
It is, it's a combination of both.
Oh. So you have a standalone, have another one?
I probably will.
But I can bring my computer.
Yeah, no, I will.
Yeah,
Alright, so let's say I don't want this listing anymore, I'm gonna click the trash can. And then just save changes. And now it is going to be removed off of my website.
you make it so simple.
Yeah, the problem is when he's not there and you
Yeah,
gotta
well,
do it on your
When I go
own.
home tonight on the computer, I made notes, so let's see what happens tonight. But it's sure thing.
Yeah, don't get distracted and get on the phone and then don't do it. By
Yeah.
tomorrow,
Yeah,
you
I
forget.
do that all the time.
Right, you see it on it when you go to it home.
Okay, so now my future listings are gone. The theme. So do I want a red theme or do I want a dark theme? Right now, mine is on a dark theme. There's not much
Dark.
difference. It doesn't seem dark to me, but apparently there is
Yeah,
a
the
difference.
Let's see if it makes a
Do
difference.
that, update theme. Save
Like
success.
you went in connection.
Oh, yeah, I don't see the difference.
I haven't updated it. Hold on, I gotta refresh.
Ooh, I put the background on mine and it looks so nice.
Good. Yeah, I don't see a difference
Yeah.
at all. So either one is fine.
Says it takes up to 15 hours, if you see it.
Well, then we'll see what it looks like
So you're
in
gonna see
15
it
hours.
tomorrow. I just
Oh,
read.
it says 15 minutes. It says 15 minutes. for you.
15 minutes, oh, okay.
So we'll see
I
that.
thought it was 15 something.
Agent site pages, so these are the site pages that I want on my website, and they come in as a drop down right here. So these are pages that I've created inside of my website.
What do you mean, can you click on?
Yeah, I can click on this one.
Oh, we can do a blog.
You could do a blog if you want to. I will tell you that very few people are gonna click on this though.
Oh, but if you do it, it doesn't just show up on the homepage.
No,
They actually have to
it's a
click.
drop down, yeah.
But if you blog, is it gonna help with your SEO in any way?
Not in this specific part will help in your SEO. it will help in, let's see, if I open up this page, if I click on the pages, it will have an SEO description that I can put it in there. So it'll help with the individual pages, but not the website overall.
So the future listings that I selected and saved the changes won't show up on my page.
You gotta refresh it a couple times.
I did. And it didn't make a difference.
Scroll down.
So this is
Okay, scroll, go ahead and show me your site settings.
then here's the listings that I should, and then I saved that
On
already.
Thursdays? You come on Thursdays for
Okay.
the.
Successfully, and then that's it, right?
Uh-huh.
You get. No, I'm not going, but I said, are you starting to get business? I'm starting to get.
My hearing
Go
is
back to
terrible.
your site
It's
settings.
okay, I'm trying to use that. But are you starting to get business from the scroll less?
It's not free because it's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
price.
okay. I could say. give it a
Have a bad,
and let's
so
see.
it's genetic,
It should have done
it's a
about
genetic
that.
thing.
Oh.
So it's very weird that it wouldn't. All right, now, if I wanted to go to agent site pages, create new page. And then on my agent site, to make a drop-down page, it's gonna give me a blank page again. And I can do a couple different things on here. So I can create a download my app page, which you should already have, a company profile, which you already have, a testimonials page, which would be okay as well.
To make it,
I'm not a big fan of making your own pages. I would suggest going to Scott Leroy to make it for you,
Why?
because Scott Leroy will do it. And it'll take a lot
For
less
free?
time, yeah, for free.
Oh, he does
so
for free?
if I wanted to create a
Oh, I see that.
website, I could call Scott and have him do it for me.
Yeah.
I don't really have one.
Just email support at Scott Leroy Marketing and let them know, hey, can you make my command website for me?
Question,
Yes,
oh, it would be just a command.
yeah, just the command site. So he can add in like a specialty, how much is my home worth type site, so a CMA, get one of those.
Why do you have all of that on your own?
Mortgage
website?
calculator.
You can have that on your own website.
Yes, yeah. So I would actually just email support at scottleroymarketing.com and see what kind of pages they can add into your website. And just tell them to add them in,
Support at scottleroy.com.
scottleroymarketing.com.
That would be the website that we now have.
Yes, yeah, correct.
They could
Your
get it,
KW
and it's
website.
updated, you're like,
Yeah, so he can add extra pages in there.
and then if I have my own website, I could add the command to my own website.
I wouldn't know how to add command to your own website. So if you have your own independent website, that's different. Those aren't connected.
I don't have it yet, but I'm planning to, go
Why do you want two websites?
in case I ever do California.
Okay.
Which I'm not planning to, but if I ever do, I
Sure.
will have my own website.
Sure, okay. Is that something you wanna pay for right now, though, if you are with KW?
I don't think so, I'm just
Yeah.
questioning. But you're right, I might not wanna spend the money on
Yeah.
that.
I would,
Cause I probably never did California.
yeah, if you should leave, that's the time to think about that other
Yeah.
website versus now, cause you have one provided in there. All right, any questions?
Yes.
No, I learned
yeah.
that.
What is the next one I should do?
Next class will be
Next
next
is for the
Tuesday.
something
Yep,
else.
so next Tuesday at noon, we'll be having a class. It is, I believe, your Miami Gateway. Learning about the Miami Gateway.
Okay.
The Miami board people are coming.
Yes, they are. Miami Board is coming.
And you have a YouTube channel.
I
and have
do.
all these on.
Yes, I do have a YouTube channel that'll have all these on here. It is KW Partners Southwest.
And you have all of this classes?
I
that
just
you're giving me?
subscribed.
Yep,
KW
Why did you
Partners
tell me that
Southwest.
before?
I'm telling you as you come to my class.
I've been to this class. Okay.
KW Partners Southwest what?
That's it. So search for that on YouTube.